What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Roche. Checking in, gonna give y'all a little drop today, man. Just to help y'all prepare. So, Trump is going to be the final president, and I'm gonna back that up with just a couple facts. But a lot of this is spiritual downloads. And then my spirit guide's leading me to different information that helped me come to this conclusion. And this is going to be a quick video. I'm not going to go too deep because I know that throws a lot of people off and scares them away from watching the videos. They don't like too long videos. It's hard to keep people's attention. So I'm going to make it as simple and quick as I can, right? So why do I say Trump is going to be the final president? One, all the predictive programming from The Simpsons to different books, to different TV TV shows he was on, to commercials he was in. When you go back and just kind of watch the life of Trump, especially within the last 15 years, you'll see he was selected, not elected, and he was definitely selected, like most presidents are. I think there's only been one who wasn't selected, but they're all selected, not elected. There's nothing that us as U.S. citizens can do to elect a president. I mean, and if you believe that and you don't agree with me, that's fine. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. But anyway, so Trump was selected a long time ago. It's been predictive programming. You can go back and see in the Simpsons episode, I believe, released like in early 2000s, where he won the election, and the same exact thing he was doing on The Simpsons was the same exact thing they showed. When he was actually elected, he did the exact same thing. He was going down that escalator, doing that wave right there, and the scene was exact same, down to the signs that were in the background. The Simpsons had the signs correct. You know what I mean? And this was something that they released years ago, like over 15 years ago. Anyway, so it's all predictive programming. He was already selected to be the president. But the reason why I say he's going to be the last president, there was a book released back in 1896 called The Last President, and you can check it out. You can go buy it on Amazon, or you can just I'll try to put a link to the PDF down here in my in the description, so you can check it out there. It's not a super long book, but it was released back in 1896. The author is Ingersoll Lockwood, and that's Inger. All right, let me make sure I'm spelling his name right. Ingersoll, I believe. And then Lockwood, Lockwood. Anyway, I'm gonna put a link down in the description box here. But yeah, so in the book, it talks about the final president, and basically alludes to the final president being Trump. And at the end of the book, it pretty much lays out the scene of what's going to happen now. How there's going to be a recount. How with the final president, there's going to be a recount and all these different lawsuits, and he's going to be in court and in front of the world up until the new year, which we all know the new year is coming up pretty soon. So you see Trump is already defending his presidency because he feels like he was cheated. So he's trying to go through a recount. Man, the book is riveting as far as like what it reveals. So that's another thing. But what really, for those who are biblically in tune and who believe in the things that are in the sacred books, and that can be any of the sacred books, most of them all have the same stories, and most of them all have the same moral of the story. Most of them all, the moral of all these stories and books is, basically karma. You get what you put out. So, at the end, in Revelations, the final trumpet, right? This is what made that real connections for me when I found this out. Trump being the final trumpet to warn people and let them know. If you watch Trump, he's always dropping a little bit of code. And I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not any politician's fan. But in order to know what's going on in your world, you got to pay attention just a little bit. I don't give it much of my energy, but just enough so I can decode what's really going on. Not the bullshit that they give us, right? So the final trumpet, is supposed to be the final indicator that things are changing and shifting, and God's on his way back, right? Or God is on his way back. God's on the way back, right? So the final trumpet, Trump's supposed to be the final president. Like I said, there's all these different clues pointing to Trump being the final president. So final Trump, Pence, Trump and Pence, trumpet, Trump, Pence, trumpet. You see what I'm saying here? So Trump is going to be the final president. He is the signal for all of these people who have the ears to hear and the eyes to see. He is the signal telling you, okay, things are happening. The shift is about to happen. So get your affairs in order. Get your life in order. Because the shift is going down right now. You know, it's getting ready to come. He is the final, quote-unquote, trumpet. He is the indicator, the warning, the signal. So for anybody who gets this video, understand that the world is going to end, but not in that sense. Their world is going to end. It's not going to be a bad thing for those of us who are in tuned, or for really the average person. The average person does need to get there. I would say the person who is not spiritually in tune and not aware and doesn't have a good connection with God right now. And I don't mean you have to be going to church. You got to be a Christian. You have to have your own personal relationship with God. I'm not talking about a relationship through any book or any religion. If you can have your own personal relationship with God, as long as you have your own personal relationship with God, that which you believe in, you're going to be okay, because the final signal is being rang in front of us. Trump, Pence, his vice president's name is Pence. For those who didn't already make that connection when I was saying that. Trump, Pence, they're the final president. The United States of America is not going to be the same after December 21st, really going on into the New Year's. So this is the end of their world, right? And that's in every text. There's, and even the Mayans said it, the end of their illusion and their illusion is coming December 21st. They will no longer be able to hide in plain sight. They will literally go into hiding, like in bunkers and things of that nature. They know that it's coming to a head. They're trying really hard to keep people scared and keep people confused and keep their attention on what's happening with the politics and what's happening around the world with this COVID thing. That's, whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. I'll leave that to your discernment. I'm not here to push any of my beliefs and opinions on anyone. I'm just here to share downloads that I'm getting, so that way those who have ears to hear and those who have eyes to see can hear and can see what it is that I'm talking about. So yeah, just like I said, start Trump being the final. Trump is definitely the final signal. He's the final signal. So if anything, if you want to tune into anything that's happening, just listen to Trump. Don't listen with emotions. Listen to what he's truly saying. Yeah, that's the thing about decoding. They say with politics, first of all, they always double talk, even just in politics. They say one thing, but it means another, right? And that's with your music, your videos. They say one thing, but it means another, right? Or they show you one thing, but it means another. So just be mindful of that. But watch what Trump is saying over the next, what do we got to the 21st? Like 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks. Watch what he's saying, not what he's doing. And don't listen with emotion. I don't care if you call yourself a Democrat or a Republican, or if you don't care about politics. He's the final signal. So watch what he's saying and listen with an ear of discernment. Listen with an ear of discernment, like, what is he really trying to say with this? And then try to decode what he's telling you, because he's just like in the Bible is allegorical and it's coded. It's not for everyone to get. If you think the Bible is just simple and plain, what is written is exactly what it says, then you're wrong. That's why most people who follow these religions and read the Bible by heart are not completely blessed, because the Bible, the type of information and the type of power that comes with the information inside of these books. And that's why they stripped a lot of the real information out of most of these books, but the even higher and higher versions. But type of information that comes with it it can't, that type of power can't be given to just anyone, because it'll be used in nefarious ways, just like it's being used in nefarious ways now. So just imagine that. So it takes a little work to really understand what's going on with these books, and the real meaning behind a lot of the stuff in these books, the real meaning behind what's going on in politics and what they're truly saying. Shoot, even your media, even your commercials, there's, you know what I mean? So just start listening with a discerning eye and understand that Trump is that final trumpet, like in Revelation. Pence. So Trump will be the final president. So just prepare yourself for that. Even if you are a Democrat, call yourself a Democrat, don't be thrown off. This shit is scripted. It's programmed. Like, this was meant to happen. And it's meant to happen this way. So for the people who are still believing in this government and treating this government as their God, because you're looking to this government to save you instead of looking to God to lead you and building your own and doing things your own and controlling your own destiny, you're looking to this government to be that for you. And that's, I would say, mistake number one. But for those people who are still looking to this government to save them and do these things for them, it's going to be a cold winter. It's going to be a cold winter, because you're going to miss out on what's really occurring. What you need to be doing is focusing on yourself, focusing on your connection with your God. And I say, people call God different things, but there's only one universal creator. So I say your God, and just try to be respectful of that. But focus on yourself, right? Focus on your connection with God. And start trying to see what's really going on, as opposed to what they're just telling you. As you know, just from dealing with people, they will sit in your face and lie to you. But if you have a good intuition and you have a good ability to discern it, you can tell when a motherfucker's lying to your face. You can tell. You can just, you feel it. And if you're really in tune with your intuition, you can, what they're really meaning, or what the truth is. But even when they're telling you a lie, you already know what the truth is. So with all that being said, like I said, it just was going to be a quick video. Trump is the final warning. Pence, he's the final trumpet, because he's the final president. So the final presidency is Trump, Pence. So final Trump, Pence, final trumpet. It's all connected, man. It really is. And it reveals itself to you when you want to seek it. Knowledge reveals itself to those who seek it. And the true knowledge of the universe, it reveals itself to those who seek it. So start seeking it. Start trying to decode what these politicians are actually saying. Because what you think they're saying, they're not saying. You know what I mean? They're saying a whole different thing. They double talk. So, and then for those of you who are religious, start going over Revelations, realize and read that foreign portion where it's telling you, okay, what to do in order to prepare yourself once you hear those final trumpets, how to get yourself in line, how to, you know what I mean? Start reading that so you can be in tune. And I'm not religious. I believe religion is divisive, but I do go back to those books, and receive information. As far as when I need inspiration, I can go read a story of David and Goliath. If I feel like I'm facing a battle that's challenging, I can go read a story of David and Goliath and get some inspiration from it, get some determination, feel strong, and feel like I can pull motivation from that story, that energy. But other than that, I believe the Bible is all allegorical, and I believe the Bible is all coded. So go through that with that in mind, and read that Revelations chapter, or however many chapters it is, talking about the final trumpet and what to do to kind of prepare yourself, and those who are in line, where they're going to go, and those who are not, and what's going to happen, so you can have an understanding of what's going to occur. And then also, I would say, read that book, The Final Presidency. You can get it. I'll provide the link here. I'll provide the link to you guys in the description below. All you have to do is read the last chapter. You don't even have to read the whole book if you don't want to. If you're a little lazy, the last chapter is probably like 5-6 pages. So if you're lazy, just read the last chapter. It'll explain everything that's going on with politics right now. And this book was released in 1896. So That's what, 130 years ago. So yeah, I'm just gonna 130 something years ago. So I'm gonna help you guys in any way that I can, as far as giving you the knowledge that I'm receiving, so that way those who are meant to wake up will wake up. Those who are meant to get in line will get in line. But other than that, man, I hope y'all have a blessed day. Keep your vibes high, man. It's still a beautiful day, man. I still see the trees out here, and then you can see the fall weather coming in. Really supposed to be winter. but yeah, anyway, man, y'all just have yourself a good day. Try to get that vibe raised, and start thinking outside the box. Stop depending on the government. Stop depending on anybody else but yourself and God. You know what I mean? Maybe your angels too. But stop depending on anybody else but yourself, your God, and your angels. All right. Other than that, I'm out. It's your boy Roche, Nature Boy. Woo! No, I'm joking. But y'all have yourself a good day, man. For real.